I'm Karaleigh Garrison, and this is Seeking Sunshine, where we are going to find the positive in the trials of life. 'Cause I'm seeking sunshine, I'm seeking sunshine, I'm seeking sunshine. Oh, 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 I'm seeking sunshine, I'm seeking sunshine, I'm seeking sunshine, I'm seeking sunshine. Hey, I'm Karaleigh Garrison. Welcome back to Seeking Sunshine. I'm here today to talk to my great friend Cassie Eckart about her condition called FOP. That stands for Fibrodysplasia Ossificans Progressiva. We tend to call it FOP because it's really hard to pronounce. FOP is a very rare genetic condition that causes bone to form where it should not. Basically, bone forms outside of the skeleton in the soft tissues and connective tissues like muscles, tendons, and ligaments. So basically, muscles and tendons are getting turned to bone as the person who has this condition ages. This condition significantly restricts mobility as the person ages and the condition worsens. Once the bone forms, it can't be cured. It doesn't go away. It can lead to joint stiffness, breathing problems, all sorts of stuff. Cassie, in particular, her jawbones have actually kind of fused shut, which makes it very difficult for her to speak and a little bit difficult to understand her. She has been battling this condition for over 20 years, but she is still a ray of sunshine. She is full of hope and grace and beauty as she finds her own way to add sunshine to the world. I am so grateful that Cassie was able to come and talk to us today. Welcome, Cassie. So tell us a little bit about what FOP is.
So FOP is a genetic disease. FOP affects 1 in a million. It used to be 1 in 2 million, but they found that it's actually a little bit more common than it was. FOP causes muscles, tendons, ligaments, and connective tissues to turn into bone, basically immobilizing the body and forming a second skeleton.
So tell me your story. How did you come to get diagnosed with FOP?
Well, when I was 7.5, I was just one morning, I was like putting on my shirt a different. My mom came in and said, "Why are you putting your shirt on that way?" And I said, "I don't know. I can't raise my arms." And she's like, "What do you mean you can't raise your arms?" And just overnight, it just happened like that. So it took 1.5 years to get diagnosed. Of going down to Long Beach Children's Hospital every couple months or every month and a half. And none of the doctors here knew what was going on. And like all these tests were run and they just didn't know. And then finally, the weird thing that happened was one of my good friends was moving and her mom and them had been, they flew to look for housing. And while on the airplane, she found a magazine article about a couple with FOP. She circled a bunch of the stuff and showed it to us. And then shortly after that is when the doctor from Long Beach called. And my mom said, "Do you think it could be this?" And he said, "Yeah, actually we do." And so I got a bunch of like bone scans and stuff like that and different tests. And they confirmed it. But another interesting thing was I was in 3rd grade at the time when I was diagnosed.
So I can't believe you were only 7. That's heartbreaking. So then you were in 3rd grade?
And my teacher at the time, we went to tell her. And she said, "I know all about FOP." And we're like, "Huh?" And she said, "My next door neighbors are the grandparents of a girl who has FOP." That was just like how it worked out. It was so amazing because we met with the family and we became good friends with them. And we started doing fundraisers. And it just all amazing how it worked out.
That's really incredible. Because especially if there's only one at the time, it was only 1 in 2 million.
Mm-hmm.
But that's amazing to find another person so close to you.
Yeah.
So tell me about that and your relationship that was Stephanie Snow, right?
Yeah.
So you guys made friends and you did fundraisers and got to know each other's families.
Yeah, we did the dinners and we raised a lot of money and it was a lot of fun to do the fundraisers. And I donated paintings to the symptom dinners. And was just a lot of fun being able to raise money for FOP research.
It's awesome. Will you tell us about how it has affected your body over time?
Before I was diagnosed, I did cheerleading and ballet. And after I was diagnosed, I still did ballet, but I did it like modified a little bit. But when that became a little bit difficult, I did tap. And I was also in Girl Scouts and did art and different things. But whenever something became a little bit too difficult to do, I found something else that was the same amount of fun to do. And I always found things to do that were equally as fun.
That's awesome. That's so great. So how has it affected your life recently?
Well, during the coronavirus pandemic, I have been stuck in quarantine, and it's been a little bit like sometimes I get a little bit stir crazy, but actually before the pandemic, I was actually semi-quarantining part of the year during the flu season. So I'm actually a little bit used to it, just having to find ways to just have fun at home. Because I was used to going out and doing a bunch of activities and going down to the shows in Hollywood and different things and just having fun and spreading FOP awareness. So now I just have to like do that from here and just do a lot of like Zooms and FaceTimes and just see my friends that way and family too.
So have you been quarantining because of your immune system, because it's compromised?
Yeah. With FOP, I can get, because of my lung function, I can get sick easier and I can get hospitalized easier. So I just have to stay safe and stay home right now.
Quarantine's no fun. Yeah. So tell me about your painting. I know that you are such a gifted painter.
Thanks.
Tell me how you've been able to develop that skill.
When I was in high school, our neighbor across the street was the president of the art association for our town. And she said, do you want to, have you ever painted? And I was like, no. And she was like, do you want to learn? Do you want me to teach you how to paint? And I was like, sure. And so she just started teaching me. And it came naturally and it was fun and I love to do it.
That is so cool. So what have you been able to do with your artwork? How's that connected you to other people and brought you sunshine in your life?
With my paintings, I was able to donate paintings to not just the FOP fundraisers, but other fundraisers as well for different organizations. And so I enjoyed making paintings and donating them and raising money for different organizations and stuff like that. It was just a lot of fun to be able to do what I love and then donate money or painting to raise money.
Do you have favorite things that you like to paint more than other stuff?
I love to paint landscapes most of all. I've done a little bit of like self-portrait, and flowers too, but I mostly love landscapes.
I know that this has been really a difficult thing to live with in your life, completely unexpected. How did it affect your family? Like when you were first diagnosed and up through now, how did that kind of change your family dynamic? How did your parents react?
Yeah, it was hard on all of us. I mean, I was young, so it was hard on me, but not as much as like an adult it would be hard on, because I was just a kid, so I was like more resilient and stuff. But it was just hard on everyone because it was a new thing. No one knew like what to expect, and just it was an unknown. So it's just hard on everyone.
It was probably really scary for your parents.
Yeah.
How did it affect your life growing up? Like when you going to school?
Well, I was really fortunate, and my elementary school that I was in at the time, they had a program where they had a bunch of kids with disabilities, and they integrated them with the other students. So like we all went to school together, and so it was just a normal thing for us. And so it was like second nature. Like no one thought anything else, and no one thought differently, and we just all played together and hung out together, and no one done anything different.
As a mom of kids who are in classes like that, how was that experience being in that kind of educational environment?
I knew some of my friends with FOP, where they went to school, they didn't have the same situation, and some of them were bullied and different things like that. And I felt so fortunate that where I went to school, it was such a great environment, and it was just a nice to grow up that way.
That's really cool. So tell me, I've seen some cool articles about you like meeting celebrities and stuff like that. Are those maybe some bits of sunshine from having FOPs that you've gotten to go do stuff like that? And will you tell us about some of those things?
Yeah, definitely. It's fun to be able to go to a bunch of the shows and do a bunch of meet and greets, and to be bringing awareness to FOP at the same time. It was just a lot of fun to be able to meet people that I grew up listening to, grew up watching, and being able to meet them and talk to them, and also tell them about my story and about FOP. So it's just great all around.
Can you tell me more about like what events or what people you've met? Have you gotten to do anything recently? I guess the pandemic kind of.
Yeah, I've met a bunch of celebrities, including people from American Idol, Dancing with the Stars. Some of the names would be Keith Urban, Brad Paisley, Ryan Seacrest, the judges from Dancing with the Stars, some of the dancers from Dancing with the Stars. Well, pretty much all the dancers from Dancing with the Stars. And they're all so sweet.
That's so cool.
A lot of fun. And also some of the singers from American Idol, Chris Allen, Chris Daughtry, David Archuleta I've seen in concert. Just a bunch of different singers and celebrities. Jason Ritter, Bryce Dallas Howard. They're all so sweet. Some of my greatest memories from going to the TV show tapings are getting the opportunity to talk with the performers, celebrities, judges, and fans of the shows. I've been to American Idol, America's Got Talent, So You Think You Can Dance, The Voice, The X Factor, Rising Star, and even Let's Make a Deal. I love being able to talk to everyone about FOP and giving them Cure FOP bracelets. At one point, we were going to at least several shows a month, sometimes 2 in a week. I love seeing Blake and Adam at The Voice and meeting Brad Paisley at Rising Star. I have especially very fond memories from going to Dancing with the Stars and meeting the judges, the dancers, and the Rachel Live Band. Everyone at Dancing with the Stars is so sweet. I've been to Dancing with the Stars the most and have absolutely loved every moment. I also really enjoyed all of my times at American Idol and meeting Ryan Seacrest, Keith Urban, seeing the other judges, and meeting Patrick Lynn, and producer of the show. Sometimes you could even see some of the celebrities and former contestants wearing Cure FOP bracelets on the TV shows. I've also enjoyed going to many concerts and plays, including Wicked at the Pantages Theater. I've met many celebrities at concerts, including Pink, Sean Cassidy, as well as singers from American Idol and The Voice. I've also enjoyed meeting actors and actresses from some of my favorite shows and movies, including Laura Wright, Kim Zimmer, Aaron Eckart, Jason Ritter, and Bryce Dallas Howard.
Can you tell me about some of the hard times with FOP? Some of the hardest parts. I know that you were in the hospital not too long ago, a couple years ago, before COVID, right?
Yeah.
How was that? What happened, and will you tell us about that?
Yeah, I think it was 2 years in a row, right before Christmas. One year I went in, I got out 4 days before Christmas, and then the time after that, I went in 4 days before Christmas and got out Christmas Eve, I think it was. So it was crazy not knowing if I'd get to go home before Christmas each time. And it was just it was challenging because I didn't I was really sick and I wasn't feeling well, but I wanted to be home for Christmas, and that was my goal. And both times I finally was able to get better in time to go home for Christmas.
So were you hospitalized for respiratory infections from having your lungs compromised?
Yeah, I have, basically I only have one functioning lung because my other lung is compressed by my spine from scoliosis, and that's from FOP as well, the scoliosis. So I get sick more easily in that sense because of my lungs. So I had the one time I had I don't know if it was a double pneumonia, but I had a really bad pneumonia. And then the following time, the second time, they actually didn't even know what I had, but just I was really sick and they could, my, I think it was my white blood cells or something was all out of whack and they couldn't figure out why. But so I just was in there and they were just trying to figure out. And luckily, I got better time to go home for Christmas and it just got better and I was happy.
Does FOP have a lot of comorbid conditions? I didn't know that scoliosis went along with FOP, but I guess that makes sense. Are there other conditions that also go along with it?
Well, respiratory distress and stuff like that. I have asthma and COPD from all the respiratory stuff, but not everyone has the same issues as me. But I just happen to have that because I got FOP so young that when I was growing, I got scoliosis.
Is FOP something you catch, or is it something you're born with, and how does it start manifesting?
FOP is genetic, and but that doesn't necessarily mean that if you have it doesn't mean that your parent has to have it. Because my parents don't have it, but it's just a genetic disease, and it can run in families. If someone with FOP were to have a child, they'd have a 50-50 chance, I believe. But I'm the only one in my family who has FOP. But yeah, it's genetic. FOP is fibrodysplasia ossificans progressiva. It can I already said it can affect 1 in a million. There's not a lot of people who have it in the world. The gene that causes FOP was discovered in 2006. It was such exciting news and was a big step towards the goal for finding a cure for FOP.
How does it feel to have such a rare condition? Does it feel really lonely, or has it been better because you've had Stephanie?
For me, it's sometimes it's a little bit sometimes it can be a little bit lonely because I don't have anyone here right now who is going through the same thing, but I can just go online and talk to everyone with FOP, and so it's not so lonely.
You are so positive and happy and amazing. I just love it.
Thank you.
You're so great. Thank you for doing this. I think that your story just inspires so many people because you've had this really tough life handed to you, and you just have gone on and been happy and amazing and pursued your dreams anyway.
I always try to find the positive in life and find happiness where you can find it, and always look on the bright side of things. Whenever I get down about my health issues, I try to look for the positive and depend on my faith to get me through everything. I've always focused on looking on the bright side of things. I have FOP, but FOP does not define me. I'm an artist, photographer, an animal lover, especially dogs. I love music and dancing. I love spending time with family and friends, laughing and playing games. I love watching my favorite television shows and movies. And I love talking to my friends and family all over the world and seeing what's new with them on social media.
I know a lot of people with disabilities far less impactful than yours easily fall into depression and anxiety and really, really struggle even with like PTSD. Have you ever struggled with those things?
Yes, sometimes I get anxiety, especially when I'm like having a flare up or when I'm sick. So I just try to always find the positives, and just when I'm not feeling well, I just find ways to cope. Like when I am in pain, I try to like put heat packs on and just try to relax and rest and just like relax and just totally try to stay calm and just get over the pain and try to like get better.
How has finding positive things in your negative situation helped you?
Finding positive things in life, it helped me so much because I I try to focus on the positives so that the negatives don't get me down, and I always try to like focus on like what's positive in the situation and what can I do to make the situation better or easier or adapt it. So that's what I always do.
That's amazing. You're so awesome. Do you have anything that you want to ask me or anything more you wanted to talk about?
What was I? Oh, I was gonna say in quarantine, it's actually been pretty good. Like, well, not good, but like it's been pretty good as far as like staying busy because I've been watching a bunch of TV and movies and stuff and having fun playing games and just different stuff like that. So I found the positive in that situation. There has also been a film made about FOP called 10 Soldiers. It has been featured in many film festivals all around the world and won some awards as well.
That's awesome. Do you have any particular goals or aspirations for the future? Anything that you're wanting to do?
I just want to keep living my life and try to always find new things to do and always focus on the positive and just always looking for new things and new interests and just always looking for new things.
What your goals? Oh, I was going to ask you if there are websites where people can go and purchase some of the art that you've created or to donate to FOP.
A website for my artwork is something that I am actually wanting to do. So I'm like, that's what my goal to start on that. So probably in quarantine, I'm going to try to start doing that. So that's a new thing that I'm going to start doing.
That'll be really cool. I'm excited for when that happens.
And for FOP, the website is www.ifopa.org. And you can find more information about FOP and donate. I've met some wonderful people in the FOP community over the years, and they've become really good friends of mine. It was so nice being able to get in contact with Dr. Kaplan after I was diagnosed with FOP, and meeting him and the FOP researchers, and also meeting the other FOP experts over the years. They're all so sweet, and I'm so thankful for them. I'm so thankful for the IFOPA. I've been fortunate enough to be able to attend several FOP family gatherings over the years and met a lot of people involved in the FOP community who have become good friends of mine. The past few years, they've held virtual FOP family gatherings, and friends and family of the FOP community can sign up online to join.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for coming and joining me today.
You're welcome.
I loved having you. It was so good to see you.
You too.
Cassie, you are such a trooper. It is so wonderful to hear your story and to talk to you, and we all hope and pray that things can go smoothly for you and you'll be able to continue to be an inspiration to so many, and especially that we can find a cure for FOP. Thank you for joining us today on Seeking Sunshine. There are times when life just brings you down, 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 down to the ground. And it's hard when you can't see the light, 'cause things don't look so bright. So now it's time to reframe and retrain your brain. It's time to look for the good. You know that you should. Why don't you join me? 'Cause I'm seeking sunshine. I'm seeking sunshine. I'm seeking sunshine. Oh, 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 oh. I'm seeking sunshine. I'm seeking